Collaborate and listen. Sooner Surge is live, back with a vengeance. Hunter, Jackson, Jeremy, and Jason bringing Sooner Magic to the nation. It's amazing. 9:30 every night. We don't take it light. It's a way of life. And if you're new, it's a party in the comments section. Doesn't matter what team you're repping. You can jump on a call and say Texas sucks. Only one rule: don't dare cuss. And the fan stop got me looking like a G, repping my team in the crimson and cream. Sooner Surge, sooner born, sooner bred. When I die, I'll be sooner dead. At SS Live, it's not just a fable. Germ is hot when he smacks the table. At SS Live, the party is bumping. You never know when you'll see a trumpet. Boomer.
What's
up? Happy Tuesday, Sooner Nation. Welcome to the Sooner Surge Nightly 9:30 live show, where we'll be taking calls. We'll be getting your takes on the OU Missouri game, where the line is now shifted. OU is now a favorite in that game, which tells me more than likely people are just really down on Missouri because they haven't been playing well, or Brady Cook is out.
Yeah, I think it's probably the Brady Cook stuff, if I had to guess. I don't know what happened. What is going on?
My fault, Jay. I hit the wrong button. I was trying to go to comments.
What are you doing, man? Hey, I thought 2.5 when it first came out. I thought that was too low of a number. And now it's switched the other direction.
So obviously it wasn't too low of a number.
Well, and I heard this on the radio today. Do you ever listen to Sports Animal at all, Jim Traber at all?
I haven't listened to anything today.
He talks to a lot of Vegas guys. It's the smart money going on OU right now. So, I mean, that tells you a lot, I think. So, a lot of people, I think, are picking Oklahoma. Smart money is. So, does that mean the receivers are going to play? I mean, listen, until a receiver gets out there and plays, I'm not betting on any of that, okay? I'll believe it when I see it. I know people have been saying it today. I think that tweet that was put out earlier, but you said you heard the interview from Jackson Arnold, Jerm?
I saw the interview Sooners Illustrated, and guys, I think some of that was taken out of context, what he said.
I didn't hear it, so I don't know. It's hard for me to comment on it.
I think it was taken out of context, Jay.
Look at this. Mark, he went back to the future, says he just got back and Oklahoma squeaked out the W. You guys are going to enjoy the nail biter. That is awesome, Mark. I appreciate the info, buddy.
Chester said pound mid-poo. He said it last night, and if you want to know his explanation, Chester dropped it at the beginning of the comment section of what was happening last night. Man, that sucks as far as, you got to worry about teenagers doing bad things, but I hope it got taken care of, Chester.
Jackson Arnold, we're going into this week like we've got 2 of our studs back at receiver. That's what the quote says. Is that not what was said, Jerm?
I think it was taken out of context, Jay.
What was the question, though? How would you feel if you got him back? And he said that? I mean, I didn't see it. I'm asking.
Let's go back and rewatch, but the question was something like, Jalil and Deion Burks, how do you feel about, possibly getting those guys back? And he said something to the extent, and this is paraphrased, oh, man, it'd be great to get those guys. I mean, those guys are 2 of our best receivers. Other guys have stepped up, but these guys, they're different. They added different dimensions. So,
and maybe it's because didn't Brent Venables say last night that they're out at practice? Maybe
yes.
So he's out there, feels like he's got him back. Mark says, yeah, Jalil going to play is what Aaron says. Mark says, have we said bring back Kel Gundy yet tonight? You just did, Mark. So there it is. First time tonight. Bring back Kel Gundy. Bastiat responded with that as well. Maybe Kel Gundy will be back on here tonight. Maybe if it's we'll call in.
Rhino says he can't pick. Rhino says can't pick OU after watching him all year. Would love to see a dub, but also live in reality. Hey, I see some comments. I'm just going to go ahead and address it, Jay. If you want to talk politics, and I understand this is a major day in the nation when it's election day. However, we're not going to talk it on here. This isn't the place for that. Obviously, you could leave the live show, or maybe you have your TV on in the background and you're following along what's happening in the states and the electoral college and all that, and that's fine. That's great. Be aware. Understand what's happening. Try to follow that. We just don't want any of that in the chat or the comment or on calls. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
And I would follow it up before we get to Bobby here. What I would follow that up with is this. We debated seriously on whether or not to do a live show tonight, just because it is the election and everything. And we just all decided that, hey, it's great to, hey, let's step away from the election for a little bit and talk some football. And why not? So let's talk some football. And we got a caller on the line. We got Bobby. What's up, Bobby? How are you tonight?
Hey guys, how y'all doing tonight?
Good.
Hey, I'm happy because I'm headed to the Missouri game. I live here in Tupelo, Mississippi, so it'll be about a 7.5 hour drive, which not bad for me. So I'm excited. I've never been to the University of Missouri out that way, so it'll be me, my wife, and my oldest grandson are headed out there. So
nice.
That is awesome, Bobby.
Yeah, great. And I live just an hour away from Ole Miss, so
yeah.
And I was going to say, after we got rid of Seth, I know I'm here deep in SEC country, and a lot of people were really excited to see how Oklahoma was playing that game, even against Ole Miss. You could tell the big difference with Joe John Finley calling the plays. Just the whole attitude on the team. It was almost like it was like uplifted. Can y'all tell that too? Right after Seth Luttrell left?
Here's what I would say. Based on what players have said, and they have said this because I've heard it, and based on kind of just the attitude, it was almost something with you said uplifted. It was lifted. I think there was a lot of tense things. They're trying so hard to do the right thing, and now they seem to be more relaxed. And I would say part of the reason for that, Bobby, seems like Joe John Finley and the offensive staff have said, okay, we know what you guys can't do and have no chance at doing, so we're going to scrap all that and just focus on what you can do. And maybe that's part of reason why.
And maybe he's doing this, for his future job somewhere too. I mean, if he wins this Missouri game and probably has pretty close games against Alabama and LSU, that'll help him and that'll help his future. I think that'll be I think it's a win-win situation for both parties. Don't y'all agree?
I would agree. I think it's great for both. I mean, he's almost like he's applying for a job right now somewhere else, probably. But it's putting it out on the table to see what he's got as an OC. He's never done it, so
chance of rain on Saturday. My in-laws live in Columbia, Bobby. Of course, Culver's is a great place to eat. They have a G&D if you want a local place. G&D.
Oh, and you got to stop at Lambert's.
Lambert's.
Yeah, that's a pretty good place to go.
Oh yeah.
And one more thing, as a Stutzman, he's in the Final Four of the. Help me out.
The bucket.
Yeah. So, do you think he has a good chance of winning it?
I think he does have a chance of winning it.
I think he has a chance. I haven't even looked to see who's the top guy right now. I mean, with Perkins leaving with the injury, I kind of wondered who it's going to be, but I need to look at that and see who the probably favorite is.
Oh well, okay.
Odds on favorite, but
all right. Thanks a lot, guys.
Hey, Bobby,
thanks,
have
Bobby.
a great trip, man.
And
all right,
be ready. Be ready for the Columbia, Missouri fans because I've been there at a game. OU lost. They were not very nice. Let's just say that.
No.
Thanks for the call, Bobby.
Yeah. Hey, one thing I was going to say, I did think it was interesting. He brought up kind of everything with Joe John and the uplifting. The Kevin Johns thing was interesting. Listening to Jackson Arnold talk about it. About basically Kevin Johns didn't give any input as coach.
Did nothing. Didn't want to step on people's toes.
He didn't want to step on people's toes. I'm sorry. I got it in that situation. That goes on BV. BV should have said, Kevin, you need to get in there and start. I mean,
Jay, any idea about any thoughts on the Talamina Scenic Byway?
Is that the with the leaves changing and stuff? Is that what that is, Sooner fan?
Obviously, you don't know what it is, Jay.
I'm wondering if that's what he's talking about. I don't
know.
Hey,
Sooner for life. That's maybe the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. I'll just say it. I'm not scared to say it. OU is not going to go get Tulane's head coach for an OC.
Hey, it is.
Unless they're going to fire John Summerall and hire Craddock at Tulane.
Yeah, and I've heard great things on that, Sooner fan, and it's beautiful out in Arkansas. I'll just tell you that. It's absolutely beautiful this time of year. So I think that'll be awesome. It should be a great time, Sooner
Dave
fan.
McCook, thank you so much. Thank you so
Appreciate
much
it, Dave.
and the support of our channel.
What was that show that used to be called On Date with Dave? What was that called?
With Dave.
What was the name of that show? Was it Big Dave? What was the name of that? Somebody will know it.
Hey, we got Corey on the line.
Corey, what's up, Corey?
Hey, I wanted to get on here and say how was y'all's day going?
Hey,
My day's
almost
going
over,
great.
so-
My day's going great, Corey.
And I have one thing to say. Eric is that guy in college football 25.
You
Eric's
told us
getting
this
that
last
name.
night, Corey. Is he wanting you to do this every night? What's the deal?
Yes, sir. He's actually on the mic right now.
Hey, Corey, it's probably making you better, the fact that you play him a lot.
Facts though. I could beat you.
Well, I don't play, so I'm sure you could, Corey.
Yeah, I don't
would not be good at it.
I want you to play. You should play me.
No,
Don't get
I
the
don't play
smoke.
that stuff. I don't play that stuff. Hey, thanks for the call, Corey.
See ya.
See, hey, Jackson's calling Eric out, which I'm pretty sure Jackson runs and hides.
Brian Baldeagle, last few BV interviews, does it feel like he was put on notice last half of the season by Joe C? Watch his interviews. He makes comments so he can't control anything outside the locker room. I'm confused. Are you saying that he's being more open and honest with things, or is that where you're thinking that's going? I'm trying to see what he's. He makes comments so he can't control anything outside the locker room.
Maybe saying that he can't control what guys are doing outside the locker room. That's not his prerogative or whatever. Braden, are you talking about playing Eric or Chester? I don't think Chester plays. Jay, last night I asked a question. You said 0.
0.
After today, what would you do? 0, 1, or 2? Burks, Farouk.
I'm still saying 0.
I'll say at least 1.
Because I'm just going to say it until I see it. It's not that I think I'm going to be right. It's just like I'm not. There's only 3 games left in the season. You know what we can talk about that was very interesting today was Brent Venables saying that they're going to redshirt EPL and that they're redshirting, who was the other one?
Xavier Robinson.
Was it Robinson? Those 2 specifically that were mentioned? I know there were a few guys, X-Rob, yeah. So that's interesting. That tells you the EPL can only play 1 more game.
Correct.
So.
Brian was saying that BV was saying he can't control what happens to him.
Oh, okay. Now that makes sense.
Braden,
okay.
Eric has put his link in there for you to sign in and play him.
That makes sense, Brian. That makes sense.
That makes sense. We got Jackson on the line.
What's up, Jackson?
Jerm, first of all, I want to make it clear I did not run and hide from Eric. I had to get our online stuff set up on our PlayStation 5, and I did that, and I played Oklahoma fan, and Eric was in a game. So to say I'm running and hiding is not the truth.
So I was basing on
so you should, know the facts before you speak. I'm not gonna hide from anyone, and I do want to play Eric, but I haven't had the chance. But guys, I got OU. I think they're gonna win by 10 plus against.
Based on what?
My gut, and that Deion Burks and Farouk, I think, are playing. I've been saying that for days.
If they don't,
you said it today.
Yeah.
And I also said it yesterday.
And they might play, but I'm not counting on it until I see him out there.
I don't think that Drew Pine can get Missouri to score 14 points against OU. If Drew Pine's their QB, he's awful.
The biggest key is Cook playing, in my opinion.
Yeah, and also, while Drew Pine's on the field, you do not need to see Kanai Walker or Des Malone take the field once a corner.
Why is that?
They're both going to play.
Yeah.
Because they're The two guys that need to be playing are Eli Bowen and Jacoby Johnson at corner.
Jacoby hasn't been very good.
He was good against Maine, really good. Him and Eli Bowen were the best two.
Was he the one that got the deep ball caught on? Yeah.
Was he? He was.
Jacoby Johnson, they threw a 40
I thought it was. Did Can I Walker not get a deep ball?
I'm
He
not
has
sure
this year. I don't know about Maine, but hey, here's the deal, Jackson, and like, Eli Bowen by far is the best one, but
yes,
Jacoby Johnson, I just, what's he done? All of a sudden he's going to go out there and shut him down?
And there's also the argument that Brent Venables, it's kind of like you have Jacoby Johnson. I don't even know if they know what they want to do with it, because they tried to move him to offense, that failed, and he just didn't touch the field at all for 3 or 4 weeks, barely at all. And it made no sense when you're just going to waste someone as talented as him that has the ceiling he has.
Hey, Jackson, let me ask you a question. Hey, real quick, Jackson, you're picking OU by 10 or more.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me 3 reasons why you're picking OU by 10.
Deion Burks and Jalil Farouk, I believe, are going to play. That is reason number 1. I think it's going to open up a ton for Jackson Arnold. It's going to open up the ground game even more, which OU's had a ton of success on the last 2 weeks it is. And then second, Drew Pine's playing QB for Missouri. Against Brent Venables and Zach Alley, I think they're going to have their way with Drew Pine. I don't think he's going to have much success. I think they're going to find ways to take away their wide receivers. Maybe only put 5 or 6 in the box, especially if their starting back from Mizzou isn't available. And third, I don't think that Missouri is a good team at all. I think they're a 6-2 fluke.
They are decimated by injuries if Cook doesn't play and the running back is hurt. It's a fact.
So is Oklahoma. Oklahoma said the same.
OU is decimated by injuries.
Yep.
You can't base anything on previous. Now, I do think OU's going to beat Missouri. I would love to get Burks and Farouk back. However, neither one of them play offensive line. If they're going to do short stuff, I think that can be big, that they can get some yards and some yak. But I don't think they're going to be able to throw down the field with the same line they have.
No.
And I'm not big on Drew Pine either. I know if Drew Pine plays, the fact of the matter is if Drew Pine's their starting quarterback, I think you would have to feel if OU's defense doesn't do some good things against him, I'd be concerned. So, hey, thanks for the call, Jackson.
Yeah, see you guys.
You got to get Chester. Chester, what's up?
Hey, I don't care what quarterback for Missouri's playing or backup running back or whatever. We've had backups all year. I made no excuses for that. I'm not making excuses for them either. Pound them. I got to go to work.
Every night this week, we're going to hear Chester say, pound Mizzou.
Mid-poo.
It's kind of the mantra of the week, pound mid-poo. And when you put pound, you got to have the OU there. Jay, Ray Liotta, doppelganger, man. I like that.
Ray Liotta, did he die?
Oh, there's a meme with Ray Liotta.
Wait, didn't he die?
I don't know, Jay.
Is he dead? I think he's dead.
What's the best Ray Liotta movie, Jay?
Well, Field of Dreams.
It's Field of Dreams, man.
Not even close. Hey, you know a second one that's pretty good, I think?
What?
Operation Dumbo Drop.
No, Goodfellas, people are saying. Hey, real quick.
I do not see the Ray Liotta in you at all.
I actually do. Hey, run the ball short. Wait, run the ball, short, quick passes, win the game.
Yeah. Hey, I think the fact that they're favored now and Vegas is favoring them, I think there's a lot of people feeling a lot more confident about OU. But OU beat Maine, okay? That's all it was. I'm going to have to see him doing it against Missouri. Missouri's defense, right now, Missouri is going to hang their hat on their defense to try to win this game. If you look at their past games this year, the games they won that they shouldn't have, a.k.a. Boston College, a.k.a. Vanderbilt, those games they really easily could have lost.
With Brady Cook.
And it's because their offense didn't do a whole lot. And they're similar, just like Ron says, very similar type team to Oklahoma, I think, right now, specifically with injuries. If they're on a backup quarterback, this game might be 24-17, I think, is kind of a ballpark of this game, if I had to guess right now.
Hey, go back to the comment about if we're on drugs. First off, Field of Dreams is a classic.
Yeah, it's a classic.
I haven't seen Goodfellas.
though.
I haven't seen Goodfellas. And Jay, I need someone to list some Ray Liotta movies because there is one I'm thinking of, and I'm picturing him where he's laughing really badly. He's just laughing in a mean way, and I cannot think of the movie. I got to figure it out.
Okie Lawn, we're live to get away from the election for a little bit. That's what we're doing. I'll get back to it when the live's over. So it'll still be going on. So
drop some
you
names
can't
of
help
some
who
movies. I got to figure it out.
What's that?
I've got to figure out the name of this movie. It's bothering me.
Hey, let me ask you this. Today, Brent Venables was asked, and I think I know what the answer is going to be in the chat. He was asked, what do you think? Is this going to get a little spicy on Saturday? He didn't take the bait. I kind of was hoping he would, to be honest. I was kind of hoping we'd see a little bit of some fired up stuff. It didn't happen. Maybe we will on Saturday.
We most definitely will, Jay. I'm thinking there's going to be something before the even first kickoff.
Let's see here. This. Did you see that the guy on Twitter today from USC? I think this might be what he's talking about. It doesn't look good for USC as far as going to be losing some recruits, I think, probably. They named a new starting quarterback, too, by the way. So Miller Moss, benched, baby.
The chippier, the better. I agree.
I agree. That's kind of I was hoping.
Thank you. That's it. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, was he in Wild Hogs with Tim Allen?
Yes, that's the one I picture him in laughing. It was Wild Hogs. Selwyn, kudos, man. Goodness, that's the movie I've been thinking.
And that's an overrated
that one.
Overrated movie.
He said, "The poser, man. You're the posers." That movie's awesome.
USC guys at the Carl Albert game, Ron says. Not seeing a lot of blitzing much on the D. I think Jay, don't you dare. What is that about?
Maybe you bash Wild Hogs. Hey, Selene, there's there's about 4 movies every time they're on television. I watch them. National Treasure, Shawshank Redemption, Wild Hogs.
Few Good Men.
Few Good Men. There's 4 right there. There's probably 4. I will watch those every single time.
If you've watched Wild Hogs, give me the 3 stars in that movie.
Tim Allen, William H. Macy, and John Travolta, dude.
Was Robin Williams not in that?
No.
Okay.
What was the girl's name in that movie, Jay?
I don't care about Wild Hogs. The only hogs I care about is when I'm watching Arkansas or something, okay?
I care about OU's Hogs on the O-line.
Martin Lawrence. Talking about Martin Lawrence.
Hey, I think Martin Lawrence is in that movie, yeah. There's 4 of them. Hey, speaking of Hogs, OU's O-line, Jay. Yep, Marissa Tomei. There it is. Hey, OU's Hogs, Jay. Posers?
I don't think the young guys are posers. Now, maybe some of the vets and transfer
the vets are posers. If you want to let's stay with the Wild Hogs team tonight. Posers, man.
Hey,
OU needs to be like William H. Macy, Tim Allen, John Travolta, and Martin Lawrence. Get knocked down and get back up. Get knocked down and get back up. That's what they've done. That shows some heart and fight and go win this thing.
That's right. Hey, Sooner fans asking, what do you think about the initial CFP rankings? Well, the one thing I thought that was just a shame is that Penn State's ahead of Indiana, only because of their name. It's ridiculous. Who has Penn State beaten? You can say who has Indiana beat, fine. Penn State hadn't beaten anybody. The other one I thought was crazy, Penn State ahead of Tennessee. Why? Tennessee beat Alabama.
I don't know, Jay.
Because they lost to Arkansas, Penn State should not be ahead of Tennessee.
Where was Notre Dame?
Should not be ahead of Indiana. What?
Where's Notre Dame at?
11, I believe. 10.
Yeah. They're going to be in the
11.
playoff unless Army knocks them out, like Mark says. Hey,
Let me real quick. Wait, you brought up Notre Dame. I want to say something. Are they in with 2 losses? Say they were to lose to USC or Army.
That would be their 3rd loss.
Or Army. That'd be their 2nd. They have 1 right now.
No, they're not in with another loss.
I think they might.
And
be
it's
with
almost
two.
like I told you that.
I think they might be in with 2, Jeremy.
Boom. No, they're 11 right now with
You
1.
haven't told me anything. You said they had to go undefeated to get in.
No, I said if they lose 2, they're done. By the way, Okie Lawn guy, it was taken out of context, I think.
I would say another 5 years, Talon, if I had to guess. Another 5 years before they would do that. Brian says, let me see if I can get to it. JLP has him some dog in him. Hopefully that's the culture next year for OU.
ELP.
EPL.
John Pierre Louis, but it's Eddie Pierre Louis. It's not John Pierre.
He does have dog in him. He's got nasty. That's what I liked about some of those young guys. They seemed like they had a little bit of nasty in them. And that's what you need. They're going to need some they're going to need some nastiness in Missouri.
Hey, Clark, I'll have to go back and rewatch the interview. The interview I watched, I think it was taken out of context, that quote.
I don't know where you're coming from there.
Maybe Hunter can drop the transcribe the kind of the interview in the chat, or maybe Hunter can go back and watch SI.com. Soon as Illustrated, the interview, the Jackson Arnold post-practice interview. I think a lot of people are taking that out of context, what he said.
Yeah, I didn't see it. So it's hard for me to comment on it. Let me see if I can find this comment I was going to get to. Yeah, the Army stuff. Topher's right. Without their quarterback playing, you saw it last week. They didn't look very good last week without him. So they need him back big time. He's the guy that
Missouri
makes
didn't look good without their quarterback either.
He makes that offense click.
Missouri didn't look good without Brady Cook.
This game on Saturday night, if it goes the way people are thinking it is in Vegas and OU wins this game, I would bet you at the end of this game, you have big yawn there, Jeremy. I would bet you have some very chippy stuff happening at the end of the game.
Jay, you got Theo Weiss, you got Caden Green, you got Eli Drinkwitz. I mean, there's gonna be some chippiness.
Oh yeah,
100%.
I think so too. Yeah, I think that's what that tells you too. I think it tells you more than it does that OU might had a receiver come back or two. I think the main thing it tells you is this: A, either Cook's not playing, or B, Cook's playing but he's not healthy. It's one of the two. To flip it that much, it has to be something like that. You're right. Playing smart, no penalties, for sure. Got to play smart, no penalties. So, hey, make sure you get to the fan stop. I just got my new shirt today. www.thefanstop.com.
The gray one?
Yeah. Check it out. Use code SURGE. You get 10% off your first 3 months. It's great. You sign up for it. You get a new shirt usually around the first week of the month, and you open it up as a surprise. It's like, man, what's this going to look like? It's like Christmas Day, man. What's this shirt going to look like? And it's solid every time. Great stuff. So, Drink loves to run his mouth. He does.
Yes, he does.
You know what I think should happen?
What?
I think if OU were to win, I would love Brent Venables to jump up in a player's arms and bear hug him, just like Drink did in that meme. You remember that?
Yeah.
Would that not be elite? That'd be or for an OU player to do a celebration in the end zone that way. You wouldn't get flagged for that.
Hey,
I think that'd be elite.
Hey, I got laughed at last week when I talked about building confidence. I got laughed at. I got ridiculed, but I 100% agree with you.
What do you mean you got laughed at?
Post game last week, okay?
Here's the question. Getting Dion and Jaleel possibly back, how much can it change the offense when you get guys with their particular skill sets back? Brent talked a little about the domino effect that it could have.
Those two guys, it does change because I think those two guys.
Jeremy, that was the question that was asked to Jackson Arnold. Did you see it? I was reading it. Are you here? Are you Ray Liotta? Are you here?
Oh, it was Hunter. I just saw a question.
I was reading it for you, dude.
I whatever, dude. I thought someone was asking this question to us, Jay. Sorry.
What are you?
So I was right. That's exactly what I said it was. That was taken out of context what people said. It's ridiculous.
How?
Because the question was about possibly getting them back. How much can it change?
And he answered that it'd be great, I guess. I don't know what he answered.
Yeah.
Are you guys traveling? I would love to go to Knoxville. It's a place I've never been. I actually know a few people from there that in work relations. I think it'd be a great place to go watch a game. It's one of the SEC. To me, it's one of the top probably 3 in the SEC as far as a place I'd like to go watch a road game. It's up there.
Now Clark agrees that it was taken out of context.
Well, there we go.
That's what I said earlier. People need to listen to me more often. By the way, if they were to get Burks and Fruit back, I think it helps the offense quite a bit. They get a couple more first downs on third down because I don't think it's going to strengthen their vertical passing game, but you don't have to. You just need to get those 2 guys the ball 3 or 4 yards, let them work a little bit, get some yak.
Get some yak.
Get some yak.
Any possibility you think Helms gets a little more run this week or no?
Should.
But will he? Hey, I watched some replays. There was one block from Bauer Sharp. I think Cole Kublik put it out. He destroyed somebody. I was like, is that the same guy?
It
was. I'm going to Knoxville next year. Heard their fans are great. Everything I've heard from Tennessee fans that came to Norman, they're great. They're outstanding, respectful. I think it's a great fan base. So that is high on my bucket list. So
no, he hasn't, Jackson. He's blocked better on some plays, but overall, past few weeks, that's 3 games, Jackson. He hasn't been.
Aaron's asking who's starting. I don't think they're going to change anything. Here's my thing, though. Is Jake Taylor going to play? I don't know. Is Sexton? No. So I think you're probably going to get what you rolled out last week. Tarquin, I wouldn't say Tarquin's going to be back. I'm not sure he'll be back. So I think you probably go with the 5 you ran with last week, right?
Yes.
I don't think it's going to be any different. Brian says, let me retype. If USC makes bowl eligible and OU does it well, what are the chances of football gods? There's a very real chance if they were both like 6-6 or something, they could play each other.
Yeah.
Jerm, are you all right?
I said, yeah. I'm trying. This Sharp comment, like it was Maine, and Sharp isn't new to the team. He's been playing all year.
And?
I don't think he just improved overnight. I think Maine was bad.
Yeah, that'd be a fun road trip, wouldn't it? I don't think so, Ron. I don't think so at all.
Nothing is wrong, dude. I'm tired. My goodness, man. Come at me.
Jackson's calling you out, man.
That's all Jackson will do, and then he'll go hide.
Fun, Jerm.
Call in again if you want.
Laker fan here, Miguel. Hey, did you see this is off topic, but Thunder Nuggets tomorrow night? Nuggets are down players, man. That's going to be a win by the Thunder. They're down in 2 or 3 guys. Let's see Bauer do that to a SEC level linebacker or safety. I would agree. I'd like to see that. I don't know if we will, but I'd like to see it. Sharp was watching Braden Willis tape. Hey, I heard Beamer today. Beamer was kind of throwing some shade because they're playing. Who are they playing? They're not ranked, but they're playing Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's ranked. Sounds like he wanted South Carolina to be ranked. Oh my gosh, what are you doing?
Bring it. I'm back. You call me out. You say what's wrong. Nothing's wrong with me, guys. Nothing's wrong with me. I'm here every night.
Call in. Hey, if you want to call in and talk to Sensei or go after him, phone lines are open. Sensei will.
Apparently, I'm not with it tonight.
Yeah. I don't know if he'll call in or anybody will, Jerem, to talk to you about that. But
I don't care if anyone calls in, Jay. Little wardrobe change never did anything wrong.
Just don't have a wardrobe malfunction. We'll be fine. Okay?
That is correct.
And there he is, Jackson, calling in.
Okay, what's up, Jackson? How's it going again?
What's up? Hey, Germ, first of all, before you get on one of your like moods or get so defensive about something, I was not attacking you, bro. I thought you were like sick because you legitimately looked like you were tweaking or something was wrong.
Tweaking.
Look, hey, well, he didn't say twerking. Hey, Brian.
Not twerking.
Brian says you do kind of look like a wild hog, Derp, from the movie.
That's right.
No, Jeremy, I wasn't calling out to attack you or anything. I was just saying, bro, you like look like something was wrong. Jay was like, "Are you okay, Jeremy?" He said it
And we
too.
know why you said it, Jackson. You copycat people. It's not
Okay. Yep. Whatever you say, sure. I'm all here to listen to it, Jeremy.
Shore, Jersey Shore, or what?
Huh?
You said
Uh,
Shore. Are you talking about Jersey Shore or Gulf Shore?
oh my. You're such an English teacher, and you're not even that anymore.
I never stopped being an English teacher. I'll teach
Yes,
this my whole life, okay? I'm going to
we
constantly
know that,
correct
Jeremy.
grammar mistakes.
We
You have
know
a
that,
problem with
Jeremy.
it, go off shores.
Okay. Sure. Oh, sure. There. How about that? Do you like that? Sure.
That's
I'm gonna
great.
start saying that
Yeah.
all the time now. Oh my.
People
Hey,
All
think
right.
you
Jackson,
look
do
like
you
Cobra
honestly
Kai.
think that Burks and Farouk would help OU's vertical passing game?
Yes, I think they would help everything in the passing game
But
because
how are they going to have time to throw it vertical, Jackson?
those are dudes that can create separation in man coverage, and Arnold can throw it up to him and give him a chance. Trust him to win the 50-50 balls. There's no wide receiver on the field that Jackson Arnold can trust to win a 50-50 ball.
I
Am I
agree
wrong?
with that, but he hasn't had time to even throw the deep ball.
He's had time actually, and there's been a few times he has the times where he has had time, they
He
haven't been
didn't
hit
throw them
on.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if Howland and Autry Dent or whoever's starting opposite him on Saturday, I don't think Arnold will have a ton of time to throw deep. So you're gonna have to throw the ball quick and trust those guys to make plays in space, which Burks is really good at and Jalil Farouk is really good
I
at.
agree. Get it to him like a running play. Do it something short. That I
Well,
agree with. But the vertical passing game, I'm
yeah.
not buying it. And I'm not buying they're going to be on the field Saturday until I see them go through warmups and be out there when the ball is snapped.
Yep. We did see the experience. What was it last year with Jalil Farouk at running back against Kansas, maybe, where
No,
they
that
tried
was
that a few times?
do not do that.
Yeah,
I will
no.
break my TV if they do that.
Yeah, I agree. That's stupid.
The guy's coming back from an injury and they're going to put him at running back. No, they're not.
Yep. If OU can get to 6-4 on Saturday, I'm not saying they're going to beat Alabama, nor do I think that, but I think that's a game that gets interesting, especially if Alabama. Who does Alabama have on Saturday? Isn't it someone good?
Alabama this week.
Well, it's SEC, so it should be a good opponent.
Yeah,
well,
but
you got Ole Miss, Georgia. So
because Alabama, if they lose,
LSU.
Yeah, that's right. If they lose, their season's done. They're not in the playoffs. So how much motivation, in a sense, do they have to want to come into Norman and beat a team like Oklahoma? The Oklahoma team that's they've struggled throughout the year and they want to finish off the year super strong. So I think that's a game that gets really interesting as well, with OU a chance to get even more guys back.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for the call, Jackson.
Yep.
Hey,
Appreciate
the LSU
Jackson.
stuff, Germ.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for LSU to beat Alabama because I do think Alabama, some of the players on the team, they've had discipline issues. They've had getting frustrated in games. I do think a loss to Alabama will frustrate them enormously before they head to Norman. I'm rooting for LSU.
And Caleb, I think OU is going to run the ball really well against Mizzou. I think they're going to have to get some more inside runs because their edge is pretty good. They got pretty good edge on both sides. Milroe may sit the rest of the year to prep for the NFL Combine if they lose.
Hey, you know what? He hasn't been that good, has he?
He's been really good in some games, but not consistent.
Not consistent. Who are your top three quarterbacks in the SEC? Dart's 1. Who's your 2 and 3?
Probably yours, Jay.
Yours 2. Who's your 3? Beck? Beck hasn't played that good. And don't say Pavia. Don't say
I'm going to say Nussmeier.
Nussmeier. Fair.
I know it's fair. That's why I said it. You almost like you don't trust what I'm saying.
I trust what you're saying sometimes,
Cool.
not all the time.
Cool.
Well, I don't need to trust what you're saying. There's no reason for it.
Excellent.
You kind of look like Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Cool.
The pressure will mount coming in OU. We can knock off Bama and LSU in one season. That way, man, if they ran the table on 8-4, come on. I mean, that'd just be.
OU runs the table and goes 8-4. I'm going to be ticked.
Oh gosh. Zaya says Diego, Nuss, and Dart. You're going to be ticked that they didn't give up the Seth experiment earlier? Is that what you're going to be
I'm going to be ticked they didn't get rid of the Seth experiment earlier, and the fact that they should have won some other games. All they would have needed is one more possibly. Could have been the playoff.
I'm guessing right now, I'll say 250, Selene. That's my guess. Bishop says, how's the second best quarterback? I think he misunderstood. I was saying I was ranking the top 3 in the SEC. Hey, you know what? You may think I'm crazy here because I've bashed on Ole Miss this year. I think Ole Miss kind of turned the corner, Jerm. I'm picking Ole Miss to beat Georgia. There's only
Georgia, isn't it?
It's in Ole Miss. Isn't it? I thought it was in Ole Miss.
Maybe it is Ole Miss, yeah.
A lot of rain coming, though. That could I just think they're not playing great right now, and I feel like if there is ever a game that Lane Kiffin really needs to win against one of the big dogs, it's this game. This, to me, they beat Ole Miss, they solidify a playoff spot. Okay? This is a playoff game on Saturday, Ole Miss versus Georgia.
That's
and
why
it's more important for Ole Miss by far. Georgia's ranked, 3 right now in the playoffs? It's much more important game for Lane Kiffin. They're starting to trend now towards even maybe 5-star wide receiver Caleb Cunningham. I've heard some rumors about that. Lane Kiffin, if he can win this game, this puts him maybe into that level where people have wanted him to get to, if he can pull this off on Saturday.
Yeah. What was that line from Wild Hogs, the Golden Knight?
Not sure.
That was it. Someone posted it earlier. It's great.
Brian says, Karate Kid Season 5, Germ as long-lost brother and wins the California 40 and over championship. Do you watch Cobra Kai? Do you watch that, anything?
Never seen one episode.
I haven't either. Maybe I need to start watching it.
Now, I have watched the soccer coach show.
We have not picked this game yet. I'm picking LSU. Are you?
Yeah.
I'm picking LSU.
I think I'm picking LSU, Jay.
Bishop, who you taking, bro? Who you taking? I'm taking LSU. I just think they're going to win it. I just don't think Alabama's the same caliber as they've been under
Ted Lasso is what I was referring to. I've watched that.
I haven't watched Ted Lasso, Jerm.
You're missing out.
Maybe so. We'll find out one of these days. I'll watch it. It's
really nothing else. You get the injury report tomorrow, and then we see.
Well, don't you think Burks Farouk will be questionable? If you had to guess right now, tomorrow's report.
Yeah, I'd say they go questionable, and then like Friday they may go probable.
I think they're both questionable when it's released tomorrow. You know what?
Has anyone seen them at practice?
Well, here's the deal. Here's I've said this before about the injury, and I think this is why, we can do these live shows every night, and the Surgeaholics are great, and we always talk about injuries and blah, blah, blah. Part of the problem with this year's team on the injury bug is you never get a definite answer on anything. For instance, Gavin Sawchuk, a few weeks ago, quad muscle or something. There's never any updates about it. How long is he out? I know you don't have to do that. It's not the NFL, but that would help a lot of the stuff where people are are they going to play this week? Are they not? It's just say they're out 3 or 4 weeks. I mean,
just say what happened. He's going through warm-ups. He kind of tweaked it a little. We're hoping we can get him back in a couple weeks. Hey, I know no one can watch practice. That's why I said, who's seen practice? Nobody. And then Clyde said, supposedly. Yeah, this is all speculation. No one knows. They may not even be out there.
Well, people have been rumored to say that they're out there. I don't know.
Somewhat. And there's another one. Somewhat.
Hey.
Jeez.
Well,
guess what? I somewhat am
this
here
is
tonight.
This is the issue.
Supposedly am not.
Mark, this is the issue, is that he retweaked it, okay? But that wasn't said right away. It was said later on, I think. But I don't know. I also think you have other people talking about it and saying rumors about stuff that makes it get way blown out of proportion. I think that's part of the problem.
I
Back to
don't
the red
get
shirt.
I don't get the hush hush on everything, including what Selene says about the red shirts. Well, why is this hush hush?
Well, he wasn't hush hush today. He said it when asked about it.
He just needs to go across the board and say, okay, here's what we're going to do here.
Well, I don't think you need to air out everybody's laundry list of who's redshirt and who's not. I don't think you need to do that. Hey, what did you? We have not talked about this. It might be an interesting topic to talk about. It's not OU related, but the Mike Gundy comments. What did you think, Jerm?
You already know my thoughts, Jay.
I'm asking.
I'm not surprised by it. Of course he apologized.
Wait, when did he apologize, Hunter?
I guess
he hadn't as of today. So he must have done it tonight.
he took a stab at fans and basically questioned their ability to make money. Talked
basically
about
called them
their
poor.
socioeconomic status and how that relates to their fandom.
I heard a stat today that was quite interesting.
We'll drop it.
Mike Gundy, since 2022, when they beat Texas, his record at OSU is 15-16.
That's bad, Jay.
Is he untouchable?
No, he's not.
I think he is. I think he absolutely is.
He's not untouchable. When
I think he knows he is, and that's why he's acting this way. I think that's why he's acting this way.
Untouchable until yesterday, because when you say the wrong thing, you become.
By the way, this transition, I'm glad Mark put this in here. I got to bring up something because it's been kind of frustrating all day to me. If you saw the stuff today, Nebraska hired Dana Holgerson as an offensive consultant today.
Great move.
Great move. My question is, why didn't Brent Venables bring in any consultants? What do you think the reason? Do you think it's a organizational structure of the staff that they don't have consultants? Because I think earlier in the year would have been a great time to go get somebody like a Dana Holgerson. Remember when Graham Harrell got fired from Purdue? You could have went and got Graham Harrell. Why don't they bring in consultants? Alabama does it. You got Nebraska doing it. A lot of people are doing it. Why hasn't OU?
Yeah.
That's the question I'm asking.
Hey.
We got a phone caller. We got Boomer. Boomer on the line. What's up, Boomer?
We'll pick up the 8.
Boomer's gone. Boomer, Sooner, put the ponies in the barn. Boomer has left. Maybe he'll be back. Try it again, Boomer. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, bring it again.
Jackson said BB stubborn. I'm just interested. It's kind of intriguing. Nobody is untouchable. I agree with you, Brian.
This is a
I
good
don't think anybody's untouchable. I think he feels like he is. That's what I mean.
I don't think they would have brought Holgerson in with Luttrell. I mean, guys, he was a head coach. I think people would think he'd kind of overstep.
Hey, maybe we should end for the last 5 or 10 minutes here talking about offensive coordinator.
Again?
Yeah, because I want to play a little game.
Let's play a game, Jay.
Play a little game. We all know Seth Luttrell, what his salary was. Let's just say OU really wants to do what they probably need to do and go get a really good OC. Let's just say if they want to be the highest paid OC in college football, they're going to have to probably get to about $2.5 million. Wouldn't that be about right? Because I think Chip Kelly's at 2.2 or 2.3, whatever. Let's just say they're offering 2.5 to be the OC at Oklahoma. Give me 2 names that you would pay 2.5 to be the OC.
Cliff Kingsbury.
Okay, he's on my list, but and this is by no means meaning they'll come. I'm just saying, who would you pay that much money to come to it? Who would it be? Who's the list? What's that?
Cliff Kingsbury and Lincoln Riley.
Lincoln Riley.
You said OC, correct? I don't want Lincoln.
Will Stein?
Well, yeah, Will Stein would make that list.
Clyde says Willie Stein and Willie Stein. I think the
What
point I'm
about
trying
Will
to make,
Stein? What
Dan
about
Mullen,
Will Stein?
Cliff, Lincoln Riley, Monken. The point I'm trying to make is if
Not
you
Monken,
are,
not Monken.
hey, what I'm trying to say is if you are going to pay up and go pony up and go 2.5, please, please, please go get somebody that's worth 2.5. That's all I'm saying. Don't go 2.5 and go get a Joe Craddock.
I don't
Right.
want Lincoln Riley as head coach. The question was as an OC. It's never going to happen. I'm just simply answering the question that was posed to me. I am not a poser, dude.
Hey, Monty's asking. I think Monty's
I'm the
talking
real
about.
deal. I'm the real deal.
I think Monty's talking about Kellen Moore,
Yes.
but he was at Boise and then Cowboys, but he's in the NFL still. I don't think any guy in the NFL like Cliff, Kellen Moore, I don't think a guy like that's going to come unless they're wanting to come back to college to be a head coach.
People in here saying Zayas, the people saying Willie are not talking about Willie Korn. They're talking about Willie Stein because Jay called him Willie. His name's Will Stein.
Well, somebody said Willie. I'm just saying, if you're going to pay that much money, please get somebody that's worth that much money. Because Seth wasn't worth what he was getting.
Pay for quality and experience.
That's right. If you're going to do it,
that's what a lot of
do
jobs do, Jay. That's what a lot of jobs do when they go looking.
That's right. Hey, is there a guy in the NFL, a.k.a. Kellen Moore? Do you think there's anybody in the NFL that says, man, I kind of want to be a head coach in college that hasn't been a head coach at all? A guy like Kellen Moore, he's an OC, always been an OC in the NFL. Is there a guy that's saying, hey, I'd like to be a head coach in college?
We've gone through this before, Jay. I'd have to study it a little more.
Yeah, I don't think there probably is because I think with all the transfer stuff, it's just hard. Greg Dixon says Wild Hogs. Must be behind
late the party.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, the injury report comes out, Jay.
It does.
Big day for OU, I think.
It'll be interesting to see what it is. Both sides, Missouri and Oklahoma. But with the line moving so much, I think it's a good sign for Oklahoma that a lot of people are putting money on Oklahoma.
Yeah, Ray Liotta movie. Everyone says, or some people say I look like him. Hey, Jay, I got to give a shout out to the Surgeaholics tonight.
Yeah, I do too. Go ahead.
Big time. I don't know that there's many communities, YouTube chat communities that would keep the focus on what the task was at hand like you guys do.
They understood the assignment.
You guys understood the assignment, and you
prepared them well.
You were prepared well, and you performed well. And this is why, in my opinion, when it comes to OU podcast, we are in the playoff. Okay. You guys have kind of notched your spot in the playoff because you guys are elite.
They are, and they absolutely are. Nobody stepped outside of the rules or whatever that we talked about.
I'm going to watch Goodfellas, Jay.
Tonight? You need to go to bed, I think.
Tomorrow, maybe.
Maybe tomorrow, Jerem. What do we win, Aaron says. Here's what you win. You win what's that? What do they tell you? What's like an attaboy? I don't know.
I've actually got something, Jay.
What do you got, Jerem?
Well, this isn't it, but I'm going to make the Surgeaholic something, Jay, and get it notarized and make this a big deal, man.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Wait, what is going on? What are you talking about?
You'll see.
Wait, when are we going to see? What day?
Do I always come through?
But what day, Jerem?
When you least expect it. Do I come through?
Gee.
You guys doubted me on the trumpet. You said, oh, he won't. I showed up. You doubted me on the gritty. It took me about 10 seconds. I was grittying, okay?
Maybe we'll win a macaroni bracelet. Maybe a puka necklace, guys. I mean, OU sticker. There's no telling what it could be. Hey, I'll say this, though. With all that being said, we will have maybe in about a month, but we're going to have some more Sooner Surge merchandise that I think you guys will love. I think it'll be great stuff. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully before Christmas we can get that rolled out. But
hey,
man, yeah.
Yeah, big shout out to Dave McCook for the super tonight, the $10
Yeah.
super. That means a lot. All those supers help us. Also, right now, before you exit, just hit the like. Hit the like. It doesn't hurt anything. It helps us. It doesn't hurt you. It doesn't take time. The trumpet will make a comeback.
That's right. Trump will be back at one point. And I'll say this, as we get off here and we go inside, we turn on the TV, we start watching more of the election. We live in a great country. Okay. We all get to vote. We get to watch to see who the president is, but let's just be mindful of everybody. That's what I'm going to say. Everybody voted. And I would say not just tonight because it's election day. And you guys do a great job of this as far as personal attacking people after whatever happens tonight. Forget about it. Tomorrow when we're on the Sooner Surge Live, it's still going to be no political talk. Okay. So appreciate you guys. You guys always do the best. So appreciate it.
Thanks for keeping it real here in the chat. We will see everyone tomorrow night. We hope you all have a wonderful Wednesday. And that's a great idea of having.
That's a great idea, Brian.
You guys start coming up with your own.
That's a great idea.
Shirt contest, and we'll maybe get that going. Stay golden, Monty says. Appreciate you all. We will see you all next time.